Miracle play? No, as Cammy and Japko, not only the #1 spot going into that game.
GG's chat, GG's. Cammy the pool again.
Cammy and Yapko are popping off.
Dude, is Cammy the best, bro?
Cammy's the go.
But now,
From Japko, another Elim, what a shot, Carby!
How is Cammy like actually just like they just won the game?
Yeah, they're winning this.
It's 2v1. They're gonna win again.
GG's bigger.
He's a robot. He's a robot. He's literally a robot.
now switching the focus over, of course, Cammy and Japko up at the top of the leaderboard going into this game. Big day for them. I think, in my opinion, Cammy is here to set himself apart. This is the first time we're watching a separation of duo between him and Seti. A brand new situation for him to be in, of course. He's doing so well so far, and I hope that he can maintain that consistency.
Alone in a moment to try and reset. We'll be able to do so. We'll check with some other teams.
And put it in the dictionary next to shambles, because that actually is what it is. And so definitely going to be rough there for them, but Japko causing some problems there too. You see them forcing the fight there. This is going to be a tough fight for him. It does look like he may be a solo player in this one, as Fahad Hero going down too. Cammy, Japko getting one, but that's going to be on to Smicky. Again,
as we're about to break into that top 5 dubs and accept one of the only duos left of this competition, with Cammy and Japko on the front side of zone, looking very healthy, Panda.
Looking healthy, but can they finish strong here as they pick up another one on the Vanyak? Now, though, the shots are coming in. Dubs and Accept are going to be out of this one quick. It is Queasy and Bendo. The tree plays. We talked about it in the qualifiers. Now we get to see it here live in the finals as they play from the tree. But no, that tree immediately getting caught out. Cammy and Japko not going to let that happen. But now, the 2v1. Can Ziandi make a miracle play? No, as Cammy and Japko, not only the #1 spot going into that game, walk away with a sweet victory royale. As they play with the tree, but the tree immediately getting caught out. Cammy and Japko not going to let that happen. Can Ziandi make a miracle play? No, as Cammy and Japko.
GG's chat, GG's.
Performance from them. They
Cammy the pool again.
Cammy and
Dude, is Cammy the
not
best,
going to
bro?
let that happen.
Cammy's the go.
But now,
Dude,
the 2v1.
he's in first by a mile. It's not even close.
Really?
No, as Cammy and Japko, not
It's
only
literally not
the
even
#1
close.
spot
Where are
going
they
into
winning?
that game.
2v1. Cammy and Yapko, 9 Elim win in first is huge. Cammy, bro. Cammy and Yapko are popping off. That's huge.
Oh, dude. Cammy's gonna have to do an interview. No.
2v1. Can Ziandi make a miracle play?
Oh,
no, as Cammy
fuck.
and Japko, not only the #1 spot going into that
Cammy's
game,
gonna regret
walk away
that.
with a sweet
Cammy hates interviews. Every time he's just like,
Cammy and Japko looking very strong as we go ahead and knock out our first half of games here on day #1.
This is a great situation for them to be in. You already know it as well as I do. First half of the games, they want to be at least a somewhat significant lead above the rest, and that's what they're going to have. So great setup for them. And they're just talking. Look at how calm they are.
So calm.
They were in first place going into that game. They win that game, and they look at each other. It's like, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, we could have maybe done better, but you know, we're still here. We're hanging out. We're just gonna get into see what's gonna happen and how this is gonna finish. Remember, best 5 of 6 games on the day count. So obviously,
Victory Royale number 3 is in the bag, and I am joined by Japko and Cammy. Thank you so much for joining me here on the main stage. I kind of want to talk about the centering point that a lot of people have mentioned up to here, right? It is the points format. So like how is it affecting your strategies coming into this? Because we're leaning a bit more heavily into placement points. So people are tending to play a bit more passively. Has it affected your guys' strats at all?
No, I think the point system just doesn't change anything. Everything, we're just playing the same every game, and yeah, we're just gonna keep playing like that.
Sticking to your strats, I like to hear it. So how are you dealing with, Japko, sorry, how are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So how are you dealing with the external factors of performing here on the main stage? Is it difficult to block everything out, or are you pretty comfortable when you're sat down at your PC?
I'm pretty comfortable here. Yeah, I think it's good here.
Nice. Comfortable. I like that. They both seem very calm, don't they? There's no jitters, nothing like that. Now, how's the dynamic of your drop zone, Cammy? Because, you know, when you're landing, is it pretty chaotic or is everything pretty comfortable? You have a lot of time to set up and then, you know, think about how you want to do your rotations.
First we need to get the car, and yeah, it's kind of chaotic, and after that it's pretty calm.
Car, chaos, then we're cool. That's how it is, and that's why they're at the top of the leaderboard. I'm going to head back over to the studio. That's all from us here for now at the main stage.
This clogged up so far towards an endgame though, so this should be very, very interesting. All eyes on Japco and Cammy to see how far they can really push this lead.
And this is the tough thing about this area. The differences in terrain mean you will get caught out just like that so easily if you are not aware of just the different height difference in where the different hills are.
They're backed up once again, pinged, and they know there's not going to be anyone above their trees either. A safer ping from Japco. This man knows exactly where the threats can be for him, so.
Because he's another one of those players just caught in the zone in the backside trying to run in.
He's some of your own friends sometimes, man. It's tough.
Yeah. They be your own boys. Cammy, they got no boys in this lobby. They'll take out anyone and everyone. Kenzo, only a matter of time before he falls as well.
The cost for that, they use barely any util, just one flare gun that they can easily trade for. Another one that's dropped on some of these bodies. Third place overall. They still have a say in this competition.
Yeah, that's a huge limb as well onto Dark and Gentle, the best Middle East team on the day, to have any sort of room to play around with.
And while everyone is screaming who's the most quiet, who's on your screen, it's Cammy, it's Japco, who go all the way towards the top of a cliff and now can see the whole lobby. Vert, you can try to hide. Boom, no chance, as now you're gonna be scared on the right side. One more shot here, Pink goes down. That's a beam from Japco. Another Elim, what a shot, Carby.
How is Cammy like actually just like, dude, what are they doing?
Bro, they're stacked. How are they getting so
Dude,
stacked?
what are they doing? Like actually, they just won the game.
Yeah, they're winning this.
They're gonna hope that these guys stop taking shots at them and focus their attention elsewhere as they stop to heal. But oh my goodness, everybody in this lobby right now is at the mercy of Japco and Cammy.
From their perspective, each and every player below them is bowing down. And every single shockwave you see, every cannon barrage that's shot down, they can actually interact with. One big shot, you peek your head out, you're done. At the same time, Japco has to move now. This is where he can't shoot, but an even better sightline. One more charge. He elects to just go for the rifle. And here it is. Is it the box? Is it the bottom? He has a chance and a decision to make. Vanyok down, spray over to Vert's side. This is just the solo perspective we're watching. Not even what Cammy's doing on the left. It's just too much to handle. One more beam as there's just two other players left. Carmy way deep in the zone.
Nobody even wants to play in the same zone as them. Everybody running into the storm. You cannot handle these guys. You cannot stop them. There is a reason they have been the best team on the day, and they're the best team here in Game 6 to wrap up day 1.
Yo!
Everybody running into the storm. You cannot handle
Ich
these
wusste, dass
guys.
gegen
You
Cristiano
cannot
Ronaldo
stop them.
GG's, Digga.
There is a
Das ist die
reason
beste
they
Spieler der
have
Welt.
Good from their
Krank.
perspective. 2 seconds is where
Krank.
worse they came.
GG
It's
set.
fifth.
Wow.
Japco.
It's 2v1. They're going to win again.
2 wins overall, looking
No
so
excitement,
good
just no hype whatsoever. Just another day in the office for Cammy, bro. It's just, he's a robot. He's a robot. He's literally a robot.
Yeah, I mean, they are playing insane.
And they're the best team here in Game 6
Dude.
to wrap up day 1.
Cammy's just a shooter, bro.
Yeah, he's good as fuck.
2 wins overall, looking so good from their perspectives. 2 seconds as well. The worst they came is 5th. That's Japco. That's Cammy. It's enough said.
The Polish plow through the rest of the lobby. Powerhouses in day 1 and leaders of the day. Absolutely unbelievable performances we've seen from these two players.
And then they fire up and everyone else gets burned down.
And it's, again, you mentioned it near the start of the game, but we saw it so well there. Cerebral decision making, knowing exactly who to focus on at the right times, realizing, understanding who's feeling pressure and when, and how they can dance around that.
Familiar now, familiar territory, and I bet you're both so happy. You know, 6 maps down, we're a third of the way through the competition. You know, you guys are leading the charge very convincingly. Now, I just want to find out from you guys, is there anything that you feel like you would want to work on between today and tomorrow? Because you've had such an exceptional performance so far.
Yeah, we had some good games, but we can always do better. We lost some games as well. we can do always better. So yeah, there's always more to improve on.
Cammy, people like to make their guesses, backstage and also, at the desk. What would you say is the biggest strength that your duo carries into this competition?
I think we're just really consistent, and we'll just try to be consistent for the whole tournament, and yeah, that's all. There's still 12 games to go, so we will see who we're gonna win.
Japko, we can hear people in the crowd supporting you as your organization behind you. And, one thing that we might need to say is that there might not be an opportunity like this again for us to be on stage. So what I would like to ask, is there anything you would like to say to your community and to the people who have supported you throughout this tournament so far? It's only day one, but what would you like to say?
Just thanks for the support. That's all to say.
Man, a few words, and I love it.